Ray's high game was 266 this week. On the TV pair, he averaged 234, and he begins on lane 30.
As so often happens, as you're waiting for your opponent to come over for the next game, you kind of relax. You just won the previous match, and you throw the first ball right to the middle of the head. Walter Ray got a break there.
She did. There were 9 300 games in this event last year, but only one this week. 300 game from Chris Warren.
You'll see a lot of similarities between Dave Ferraro's style and, of course, Tony Westlake. As I mentioned, they're roommates, they're doubles partners, and the reason they're doubles partners is because they read the lanes the same and they play them the same way. Here's a good look at his style. Very upright, uses his leg strength again for ball speed, very similar to Tony Westlake. A little freer arm swing here than Tony Westlake's arm swing.
Came up short with that one. Ferraro out of Kingston, New York, leading the 2-5-7. Looking for PBA National title number 6. Earl, he was 8-0 in the match play round 3.
That's very hard to do against the talented field that we just showed you on the screen, those top 24. This is a very tough spare. He has to hook the ball, get to 7 and or 2 with the ball, and he did it.
Did it. Made it look easy, didn't he?
He did make it look easy.
Here it is.
Here's a good look at it. Now watch the ball hit the 2-pin, deflect into the 7, and let the 2-pin take out the 5. Perfect cover.
Too high.
Same spare he left in the 9th frame of his match against Westlake.
3, 6, 9, 10.
So he knows how to pick this one up, Jay. Let's see if he can do it twice in a row. Walter Ray has had 2 balls come up high in the head pin already in this match. His adjustment is going to have to be more ball speed. I don't think he wants to move on the surface or move on the approach. So he's going to have to throw the ball harder to keep it in line.
And he picks it up in fine fashion. Tremendous crowd for the Pro-Ams here this week. Over 1,500 amateur bowlers, juniors, seniors, and adults. And the pros enjoying the hospitality of the folks here at Taylor Lanes over the Thanksgiving holiday weekend. And the folks from Bud Light and the DiBiase family, many of the players feel very much at home this week. Coming up, we'll visit with Earl Anthony and Beyond the Foul Line, presented by our friends at the American Bowling Congress. Some insight from Earl. Right now, Ferraro on 40 is high, and he leaves the 6-10.
Here's a good look at the style of Dave Ferraro, and you'll see the similarities between his game and Tony Westlake. See him plant the foot, pull the ball through, and see how upright he is at the foul line. Both players about the same height, same build physically, and use a lot of ball speed. They tend to overpower the lane rather than make moves on the lane. Dave Ferraro right now is a little lost, as is Walter Ray Williams, on how the ball is reacting. The lanes have changed a little bit as the oil's carried down. Both players trying to get realigned to what's out there. But when the oil moves, the ball reacts differently. I think Ferraro is going to move more into the center of the lane, whereas Walter Ray Williams will probably throw the ball even harder.
And Ferraro coming up short. He came all the way from number 16 after the 2nd round to 4th in the 3rd round and hung tough the rest of the week. Walter Ray Williams was first after the 3rd and 4th round, dropped to 7th and came back to make the top 5. Ferraro is 1-14 with a 202.2 average in his last 15 TV appearances. He wants to change that. We'll have more of the Bud Light Touring Players Championship in a moment. Michigan, match 2 of the Bud Light Touring Players Championship. in the 6th frame. Ferraro, he struck in the 5th. Has a 1-pin advantage and gets them all in the 6th. Ferraro now up by 11.
Walter Ray finally got lined up, but unfortunately he left back-to-back solid 10 pins and covered both spares. Here's another look at that last strike by Ferraro.
Now Walter Ray over on 40.
Well, they've adjusted to how the lanes have changed as the oil moves around a little bit. Now let's see who can get it together. You have to string them out to beat these guys. Doubles don't do it.
Walter Ray Williams and Dave Ferraro putting on a nice show here in match 2. More action coming up in a moment.
They really enjoy what they've done for them over the years, and this is a tough week to be out on the road.
Yes,
away from your family.
All right, Ferraro now on 40. And another strike. 3 in a row for David. A lead of 11.
You mentioned his record over the last few years there, his television record being something like 1 in 14 or 1 in 11.
That's right.
And it's not because he hasn't bowled well. He just can't seem to carry the corner pins on television.
Since the Firestone in 90, Earl, he is 0-10 with a 199 average on TV.
And he has bowled well as far as hitting the pocket, but he continually would leave the 4-pin or the 10-pin. These guys together now.
He's sure looking good right now. A lead of 21. Incidentally, while we were away for the break, Ferraro took a couple of re-racks, and apparently he felt strongly about that. Now Walter Ray comes back with that big hook on 40 for a strike, and he's put together 3 in a row.
Once they figure him out, it's amazing how well they can keep the ball in the pocket area and strike, Jay. It's you saw how they struggled early in the first 4 or 5 frames. Both players in trouble. At Ferraro picking up 2 tough spares, both splits on lane 39. And now here they're both lined up and throwing and stringing strikes.
Walter Ray with a possible 245. Ferraro a possible 256. Solid 10. Williams had a little trouble on the previous shot, Earl. Let's take a look at it near the foul line. Ooh, almost lost his balance there.
Well, you can say one thing about Walter Ray. He doesn't leave anything on the bench. He puts everything he's got into every shot, and you need that kind of ball